Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Of course we're going to talk everything thrifted, but this video I am going to reveal some of my favorite designer finds that I have sourced over the years of thrifting and some that I have found all in one thrift trip. Yes, we're talking designer luxury goods. Thrifting doesn't always have to be just unbranded deals. You can also find luxury designer for a fraction of the price, and I'm going to tell you how, so stay tuned. I'm going to share with you 3 different ways of where you can go to source luxury designer items if that's something that you're into. I understand that thrifting is not for everybody, and some people, they just love their labels. The first one is through thrifting, of course. The best way to acquire designer items at a thrift store would be to finding the right thrift store. What does that mean? You're gonna have to do a little bit of research, but you want to look for neighborhoods that have more of a higher income. Then your next step would be to search thrift stores in that area, or as close as you can to that area. Once you found that, then it's just a matter of the timing. Just because you're going to a thrift store that's close to a well-off neighborhood doesn't necessarily mean that you're always gonna find luxury or designer goods. Sometimes it's all about the timing, because you have people who, donate a good amount of things at the right time, or it could just be a matter of a luck of the draw. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be in well-off neighborhoods, but by going in a well-off neighborhood, you kind of up your chances of scoring better things. The second way to acquire luxury designer items secondhand would be to go to consignment shops. Now, when you go to consignment shops, the good thing about that is you're more than likely kind of guaranteed to find designer items, but it's not going to be at the same fraction of when you're shopping at a thrift store. The prices are going to be a little bit more expensive, but you're paying for conveniency. I say conveniency because when you find designer items at the thrift store, say for example a bag, they're not authenticated. So unless you do your research, sometimes it's really hard to tell whether you're buying a luxe or whether you're buying a dupe. Now, if you don't mind rocking dupes, that's your personal preference. But if you're someone who likes authenticity, then you can either try to authenticate it yourself, again, based off of your research. Google has a couple of ways that you can do it. There's also some YouTube videos available, and that's just a 50-50 chance that you're taking. Some thrift stores, they just see the designer. They don't have professional authenticators at their store. So just because they're pricing an item at a higher price does not guarantee authenticity. I went into a thrift store. There was a beautiful Louis Vuitton duffel priced at, I want to say $100 and maybe a little bit more than that. I was willing to pay the price if it was authentic, but after inspecting it, I realized it wasn't, and it just wasn't for me to pay that money when I can use that same money to buy a real authentic Louis Vuitton duffel and just pay in installments. The third way that you can get vintage luxury designer goods at a fraction of the price are on websites that resell, such as Depop, Mercari, Poshmark. And with these websites, most of them will list if the bag has been authenticated, and sometimes they'll even show proof like a certificate or the identification card or the serial number. I like those websites because you can kind of go back and forth with the offering prices to kind of get it to a price that's more within your budget. And there's a bunch of different options available. Similar to these websites is one in particular called The Real. But I would say this is the more pricey of the 3 options that I did mention. Again, you're paying for the conveniency because the bags are authenticated and you can make installments. So now I'm going to show you some of the designer items that I've occurred in my collection. No, I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'll just show you a couple. Starting with my last thrift adventure that I went on, I scored so many designer items just in this one visit alone. Like, I could not believe my eyes. I literally had to pinch myself, look to see if I was being punked or something, because I couldn't believe, like, I found designer items at the thrift store. It may have just been one or two items, but it was literally like I had the Midas touch. Everything that I was touching was designer. Without further ado, I'm just gonna stop babbling and I'm gonna show you all. I found this Dooney and Burke coin purse or wallet. Very beautiful as well. Excellent condition. This Christian Dior blazer. And it just so happened that it's in my size, of course. So, I don't know. I have her listed for sale again on my Depop. But until she sells, I may just take her out for a little test drive, you know, wear her a couple of times. I don't want to keep something just because it's designer and it's not necessarily something that I'm 100% in love with. I'm trying to build a wardrobe that's based off of things that I can see myself re-wearing multiple times. I'm trying to be more sustainable, y'all. Oscar de la Renta robe. It's like a bridal robe, I would say, because of the lace applique with some tiny little pearls on there. It's this beautiful ivory tone. This cute little makeup vanity purse, I thought it was Louis Vuitton. It's not, but it looks so luxurious and designer-esque because of the gold hardware that you see everywhere, including these handles. And if that's not cute enough, look at the way it opens. Already. And then she opens like this. I would definitely use this as a purse when I'm out on vacation. I found a Louis Vuitton wallet. This isn't designer either, but it just looks like it. So we'll just say that it is for now. Moving right along. Now, y'all ready for this? I found a Burberry Trench. Yes. It's a men's Burberry Trench. Okay, this is what the inside looks like. And wore it inside out to reveal the Burberry print. So the story behind that jacket, I was looking through the men's section. That's something that I am trying to get more in the habit of doing. I love the men's section, but lately with me sourcing for inventory, it's kind of hard to get to all the sections. But I love the men's sections for reasons like this, okay? So I happened to see the print out my peripheral. There was this man who was looking at the jacket, and I think he can sense that I was looking at him because I was staring him down. Like, the minute he like opened up the jacket and I saw the print, I stopped dead in my tracks and I was flipping through the racks like this, looking at him, giving him the eye like, you better not grab that jacket. If he grabbed that jacket, I was definitely going to stalk him the entire time at the store until he put it down. He must have felt my eyes like burning a hole through his skin, because he definitely put the jacket down and I swooped in and I just grabbed it. I didn't even care what the price was. I didn't care the size, the fit. Okay, yes, I did. I tried it on, make sure it at least looked appropriate. It's not for resale, okay? This is something I'm going to keep for my personal collection. So sized. So sized. Okay. So that was all just from one thrifting visit, okay? These next items are gonna be things that I've accumulated over previous thrift trips or from a consignment store, okay? So this is an Escada jacket. I love how the print is. It reminds me of Picasso. It's like so abstract. It's black and white, so you can wear with anything. And it has a bit of a tailored fit to it. And let's get into these details, these buttons. Oh my God, yes. Now, as you guys have seen in my previous post or thrift haul video, I come across Escada pretty frequently at the thrift store. This one I found at a consignment store. Didn't want to get it for the reason that I just revealed to you guys, but because this print was just so unique and different, I paid a little bit extra money than I wanted to, but I felt like it was well worth it because of how unique and different this coat is. This is a Chanel blazer that I actually found at the thrift store. It's super warm. Okay, let's get into these Chanel buttons. And the funny thing is, me and my sister was in the thrift store. She already went through the blazer section, said she didn't find anything, and I said that's a lie. There's always at least one blazer in the blazer section, and long and behold, I just touched the jacket, opened it up, saw the buttons, and was like, sis, how did you, I thought I taught you better than this. How did you pass this up? So yes, the thrift gods are always with me for the most part, I will say. I scored this bag. Now this bag I came across by mistake, or maybe it wasn't. So my eyes just automatically catch designer or luxury items. Like, I don't know how, I guess over the years of thrifting, my eyes have just been trained now, but I instantly spotted this. I'm so freaking silly. Picked it up and put it back down because it just didn't look like it was a designer print. Maybe it was the lack of coffee, me getting up super early and rushing. I don't know. So I was thrifting with a girlfriend. She picked up the same bag and was like, y'all, I just found a Gucci bag. And I was just like, okay, well, technically that's mine, right? She showed me, I don't know how I passed this up, but look. Boom, Gucci right there. So we did rock, paper, scissors to figure out who was going to get the bag. Then when they saw the price, they put it back because it just wasn't within their budget. And this was something that I could not pass up, so I just made a way and brought her home with me. It's something that my husband actually picked up for me on one of those secondhand websites like Poshmark or Mercari. I got it as a birthday gift. It is a vintage pony calf hair Fendi bag. It does have some weight to her. It's in excellent condition. There's like no flaws absolutely whatsoever on this. And I got it for a very, very reasonable price. For the bags, I do like a duster just to preserve the life of them a little bit more. Especially since I don't wear these bags frequently. They're more so just for like special occasions. We got another one. So this was actually a gift to myself. I forgot why I gifted it to myself. Probably because I just felt like I needed a gift. I mean, why do you need a reason to gift yourself something, right? Okay, it is a nylon Prada, vintage Prada bag with the gold straps. I thought this color was absolutely perfect. Look, it'll even go with this outfit that I have on now. It is a little bit smaller than what I wanted, but for the price, I couldn't pass this up either. Love the fact that it's lightweight, but the hardware is pretty sturdy. There's, again, no flaws on this one as well. And it came with a duster as well. This was from, I want to say eBay. Like, I know a lot of people don't shop on eBay, but don't be surprised. So for me personally, when I shop on eBay for designer items, I look to see how long the person has been reselling on eBay. I also look to see their rating is. If they have a low rating, then I'm not going to shop with them. I don't care how beautiful the item is, because I want proof, or I want to be able to sleep at night knowing that I didn't just buy something that wasn't authentic, and that the person isn't going to just take my money and I'll never see the item. Okay. And another thing that I look for when I'm shopping luxury items on eBay is I always like to make sure that the person is located in the United States. The reason why I personally say that is because if it's coming from overseas, number one, COVID. Number two, because many factories that do specialize in duplicates are located overseas, I just don't want the chance risking that the item is a duplicated item, especially because nowadays dupes are so popular, and these factories have got it down to a science as far as like creating serial numbers. The hardware will even say the logo on it, and even sometimes they'll create duster bags and the boxes. Just to avoid like all of that, I just always shop US sellers only when dealing with eBay, and so far I haven't had any issues. Okay, the last item that I'm going to show to you all, I also got from one of those websites, and they are Dries Van Noten. I hope I'm saying the name correctly. How stunning are these heels? Okay. These are the show-off party heels. They definitely give me like Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City vibes, okay? I love the party element to it. They have sequins and beading all over it, everything that describes me. An open toe, a slip-on style, and it's black, so it can literally go with anything and everything. I have bought more than one designer shoes online, and because I don't do it pretty frequently, I had to do a little bit of a trial and error as far as learning that with European shoes, they are cut very, very small. So unfortunately, I had like 2 pairs of shoes that I bought that are literally like, my foot has no room to grow, okay? So I'm grateful that after being pregnant, my feet did go back to its original size. But for anyone who is looking to buy designer European shoes, I would say go up a size. And that's all the luxury goods that I'm sharing with you all today. I hope you loved this video. Please give it a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you go onto my Instagram so you can see how I've styled these luxury items and much more. Bye.